In this video, we're going to be looking at implicit differentiation. Now, what we've been doing up till now in AS differentiation is explicit differentiation. And explicit differentiation is when you have y equals, and on the right hand side you have expression in terms of x only. Like what I've written here, y equals 2x squared plus 7. This will just be simple explicit differentiation, what you've been doing in your AS differentiation. However, sometimes we can't make y the subject that simply, and we go for implicit differentiation. For example, here we've got x squared plus y squared equals 7, and clearly y is not the subject, so here you'd want to do implicit differentiation. Now, we know how to differentiate the x's, but how do you differentiate the y's? Okay, so I've got 3 examples of y's here. So how do we differentiate them? So as with the x's, for example, if it was x squared here, you'd make it 2x. So we do something exactly the same. We make it 2y. So we're differentiating it as if it was x. So it becomes 2y. The only difference is you just slap on a dy dx. And that's it. So that dy dx is timesing onto what you have. So here I've got 3y. Now if that was 3x, the differentiation of that would have been just 3. So it's going to be more or less the same here. The differentiation of 3y will be 3. But since it wasn't x and it was y, what do you have to do? You slap on a dy dx. Okay, so we've got one more here. So I'll give you a moment to try to differentiate this one. 2y cubed. Okay, so we're going to differentiate it as if it was x. It's going to become 6y. Of course, it wasn't x. So what do we need to do? We need to slap on a dy dx. And it's that simple. Now let's go ahead and try this on an equation. So here we've got our first one. X squared, of course, you can differentiate as per normal, 2x. Now I've got 3y squared here. And you differentiate as if it was an x. But of course it wasn't an x, so you need to slap on that dy dx. And minus 7, of course, is a constant, so it becomes 0. And we've differentiated it. The only thing left is we need to work out what dy dx is. And it's not going to be that hard. You just need to make dy dx the subject. And simply divide by 6y. And it's as simple as that. Let's have a go at another one. So x squared, of course, becomes 2x. And this will become 6y. But of course it's not x, so you need to put in that dy dx. And the 6y differentiates to just plus 6. And of course you have that dy dx again. Minus 5 just disappears. And 0 just stays as 0. Okay, so we need to make dy dx the subject. And you've got 2 terms of dy dx, so it's going to be a little bit trickier. Okay, so what we're going to do is keep everything with the dy dx on one side and move everything to the right hand side. Now we'll just factorize out dy dx. Now simply divide through by 6y plus 6. So we're nearly there, but we'll just divide every term by 2. And we're done. Now let's do our last example. If you'd like to have a go at it, just pause the video and have a try. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this one. And that's what you should have got in your first step. Every term which had a y, we've put on a dy dx. Let's go ahead and make dy dx a subject. And I've also divided top one by 2, giving our answer in the simplest form. Just one other thing I'll mention. Of course, this is an equation of a circle. Now, points P and Q are maximum and minimum points. They're turning points. And if you remember correctly, to find turning points, you make dy dx equal to 0. However, our dy dx is a fraction, so what you need to do is just equal the top bit to 0. Now, with a circle, we've got 2 extra turning points. However, these turning points don't have a gradient of 0. They have an undefined gradient, and you probably haven't seen those before. Now, how do you find them? Now, if you look at your dy dx, it's a fraction. And you need to make the dy dx undefined because, like I said, at r and s, the gradient is undefined. And the way you can make the undefined, equal the denominator to 0, the y minus 1. So to locate the turning points r and s, which have an undefined gradient, you equal y minus 1 to 0. And that will allow you to solve and locate those points. Just something extra for what I'll tell you. And there we have it. I hope you found that video useful. Support us by liking, subscribing, and share this with your friends. And if you still got some more questions on anything, drop a post on our forum at examqa.com where you'll find your questions answered.